Hey, how's everybody doing? 501 in Chicago. Getting ready to go home. Real quick. We're just gonna take a look at the futures here and see what today was bringing us for the most part. Okay, so on our SPY, we hammer up on the day right here. Okay, maybe you can see that a little better now. All right, so hammer back up on the day here. We did get up to 741.69, but we struggled a lot of the day. All right, with the 2 down all day. Um, and then we kind of triggered at the end of the day. The diamonds kind of clicked up a little bit. So we got a little bit of relief. All right, so we come back up. And here's where we lay right now, coming back in at 738 area. All right. So if we were going to open right now, this is where we're going to be 738, 36 and change. All right. So that's our day for SPY. Intact. Now we do have the actionable week inside, and it is red. So we're going to see what tomorrow does tomorrow. Like that one? All right. So, but inside on the week here, and there is your monthly that is still pretty stout. Okay, on the two up on the monthly. All right. So that was today on SPY. Most of the day was really kind of down. Q same way here. All right. Q. Same way. I got another hammer up on the day. I like the SPY hammer a little better than this guy, but we do got a hammer coming back up. All right. So again, two down all day. And getting some relief here at the end of the day now as we start to come back up on the overnights, okay? So 706.11 right now. All right, so we'll see if we can get any movement from here. We'll see what the overnight brings us. The day, there's your, sorry, how did that go to the day? This should be at a 30-minute. So we'll look at that on the 30-minute, kind of see what the day was bringing us here, okay? So it made to the move to the downside, chop, made the low and then pop back up. All right, so we're getting a little bit more action coming up there. Not too much, okay? Diamond, same thing, right? 2 down on the 2 hour. So the first hour was made the move, the big move to the upside, made the high of the day at 497.69, and we broke down, and we had a really nice rally at the end of the day. So it was good for me because a lot of the stuff that I'm in is died into the diamonds and the Dow Jones. Okay, so good move up here. Now you got a 2 hour popping back inside. And this was your 30-minute, pretty choppy on the day. All right, just not the best day in town, but I like the hammer on the day. So that's really about it for the futures. What groups were moving today? So we had XLF. Decent day, right? With the outside day, we talked about the banks and all that business before the end. Before this morning when we talked about it, and then, it was showing promise. It had a great day. All right, so it goes 3-3 on the day. Nice move to the upside. Still stuck inside here, so kind of stalled out still with the month being where it is right now with the insider. All right, but really nice day for a Monday. All right, which takes the week up. All right, so interesting there. We'll see if we can hold that gain and maybe make some more gains on top of that. Not much here. The big move was in the morning, and then we were trapped inside pretty much all of it, all inside day here. All right, so coming back down a little bit at 51.69. All right, decent day today for the XLFs. All right, after the market here, XLV coming back up here, starting to show some strength again, but we know how many times it turns around and fails. So back inside here right now, kind of choppy on the 30 minutes. This was out our whole day right there. It did try, in the morning, And but if not, but the 3-2 to finish the day was strong. All right, and then you go right back inside here. All right, so we'll see what goes on there. You're still stuck inside the week, which is good. You're actionable. You're actionable on the month. All right, so not too much changing there. Decent day today for the healthcare, just a tad better. All right, the best group by far is still holding it all up is XLE on your energy. All full time frame continuity to the upside. Really didn't stall out at all today. It was 222 up all day. All right, on your XLE back up to $60 now. All right, got up to 60.7 today was our high, and we're just slightly lower from there right now. Again, we finished the day with the 2-1 with the actionable, so we'll see what see what tomorrow brings in. Energy strong. Chevron was strong, and Exxon was strong, and OIX, oil service sectors, were up pretty good too. Schlumberger, Halliburton, those stocks. All right. So overall, best group right here. You're looking at it. This was a number one today. All right. So definitely really good with the energies. All right. Who did we lose? We lost the discretionaries, man. They're gone, solid gone. They really kind of crapped out on us today. And you get the outsider stuck in the middle here. Not much to talk about on this, right? Your shooter back down on month. So cyclicals are not really doing it right now. So we're going to have some patience with this group. We're going to watch this group as it starts to break down, and we're hoping it breaks more. All right, so we can get some juice and get these things to start breaking down, and then we can see who we're going to kick out to get somebody else in, right? So down all day, though, on your discretionaries. Just not a great group right now. So we'll see if that thing has better days. XLK was down in the morning. XLK, as you see, tech was down heavy. The Qs were down for a large portion of the day. As you can see, we got a nice rally here now coming back up, but this was down for the most part all day on your XLKs, and there's your day down. All right, it did fight back a little bit there. This was that move that kind of picked us up at the end of the day here. So XLK, a little better. If I like any of them, I kind of like them. I like the Cloudflare. All right, so I like Salesforce. Decent day today. Really nice move here, up $6, 3.44% to the upside. We'll see if that one can get some continuation. I don't know if I will get that. IBM is getting back inside that month. Still really and not in a good place where IBM is right now. But, you got it inside week now. So, well, that's going to be interesting to see how this week's going to play out with these guys, with the Cloudflares. All right. Most of the semiconductors were down today. Cisco was down. Oracle was down today too, and that's part of that group as well. But your Intels, your Marvels, your A-Labs, your Ciscos, all of that group, and the semiconductor group, a little down today. All right, so this is good. I wish they would really come in a lot more, but that's probably not going to happen. But we'll wait to see. All right, so IBM, we'll see if that one can get it going. Can this change anything? Not as of right now, but if that month can continue to hammer, we'll keep an eye on that one. All right. So those are the three. Those I kind of like Oracle a little bit. This one was it hammered up on the day. We'll see if we can make something out of that. Oracle's good with the month, man. It's holding 3-2 up. We know we just got to get back up to 20104. gets us back up to the high of the month here, and there we are stuck inside. So we're stuck in there pretty handily too. So this one's kind of a wild card. We'll see what happens. It chopped out there. All right, so Oracle possibly a little bit better on that. Not talk too much about tech, just because it really just popped up on the 2 hour, coming back up now. All right, XLP had a good day on your staples. All right, good staple day, good staple month, good staple week. All right, staples are good. All right, so we look for more continuation to the upside. A couple of stocks that I was in today was a little bit of Monster. They got a little bit of that Monster juice today. All right, up trying to get back to those highs at 88.77. So it was the 3122. I was all over this Monster today. So this was a pretty good one. Monster did okay. Walmart did really well today. It kind of started slow with the 3-1, but I like the finish. All right, so nice move to back up to the upside. We're going back up to the highs, guys, at 134. 134.69. All right, we got earnings coming at the end of the week here too with Walmart, so you know. All right, Nvidia is the big elephant in the room, and he's going to report on Wednesday. And just to remember again, I talked about this morning. The last 3 have been a miss. So they're going to continue with missing, or are they? You know, they might just come in line. And the question is, will they go after it? And that's my kind of take on it right now. You know, did they go to China? Did they get orders for chips? I know that Boeing went there and they were hoping for an order for 500 airplanes. They got like 150 or 160. All right, so Zing kind of pulling it back a little bit. All right, so we'll see what that goes. And I'm throwing that Boeing in there too because it's the same kind of situation. So we'll see. 2-2 back up now on the overnight. I'm not in NVIDIA. I'm not a big fan of NVIDIA still. You know, they keep saying it's the greatest, it's the greatest, it's the greatest. We'll see about that. All right, jury's still out on that one. All right, so going to report there on Wednesday, guys. So just be aware of that, and we'll see what happens there. All right, so who's coming up here at the end of the day? So we got XLF was a little better today. It was up $1.25. It was up 64 cents. Not screaming or anything. XLE, we were better on that one too. I'm not getting that one for some reason. All right, and then we got XLE was strong. XLI now is all of a sudden starting to wake up on the overnight. It was kind of down all day too. All right, so XLI, as you can see, but it put a nice hammer up today. We'll see if there's anything can come of this. Still stuck with the stall out on the monthly here. All right. Month's coming to an end soon, guys. All right, and then this is your week. The only thing I can say about the week right now is it could go outside, all right, because you got the lower low. So we'll see how this week starts to shake out, but decent hammer today on the industrials, and I start to see them poking up here a little bit. So see what that one moves. My star of the day, I had that Monster was pretty good, but this Triple M I had a day with, okay, really nice with Triple M, a really, really nice move to the upside here. All right, this was 2-2. It crapped out here on the 2 hour, but it turned around and rallied right back again. This baby's really strong. We're going for the 2 month on this. That's about $6 and change. Probably a little triangling out before we get there, but I think that Triple M might possibly get there. All right, so Triple M, there's no reason for me to get out. There's no reason for me to get out of that trade whatsoever. All right, so that's in your industrials. I'm not going to go through too many of them. All right, Triple M was really the star today, and then we'll see in the morning what things kind of shake out there. All right, the VIX did try to pop up today on a 2-2 back up. Tried to peek. The bear was like peeking out there to see what's going on, but he went right back into his hole again. All right, so nothing. It's we had this disruption, on Friday. Thursday, Friday, things kind of got a little weird. And, over the weekend, they were showing signs that the markets were down heavy. And it's like there was some exhaustion risk to the downside. So we moved back up, and this is what we get today. All right. So industrial's better. And again, we'll talk about the healthcare. I think I led with that one. XLV, again, trying to put another rally up. If I like any of those, I like Abbott. I like Abbott Labs. I like the day that this thing put up today. Nice 2-day here on Abbott. That was a nice move. Give me a 2 up from there. What do you say, folks? All right, a little bit higher here right now too. All right, so 87.91. I kind of like Abbott. I like Merck, man, but it keeps triangling out, man. Every time it gets the 113. It just runs out of steam and falls apart. So we're setting up for a 3-1-2 possibly, all right, on the daily here. So watch that one. Maybe Merck. I don't know, man. It's probably going to turn around triangle out anyway. All right. But Merck is a little bit better there. Johnny John, I'm watching Johnny John. And I like Medtronic a little bit as well, too. Mother David Tom. All right. That is your healthcare. And they are coming up right now on the overnight, so that group's getting. And I'm going to leave it with one more. We were talking about the utilities. Emerson, I bought some more Emerson today. Emerson was a down day. I picked some stock up around 131.70-ish, something like that. So I picked up a little bit more Emerson. I'm long from higher too. All right, so I picked up a little bit more today, and we'll see if electricity can come back to life again. All right, so Emerson, we'll see. But on the overnight, and I'm not putting any stock on this, but the utilities are coming back up here. So there's your XLU coming back inside there. All right, so decent move there. On the communications group, there was 2 good ones today. Iridium came back into the picture and had a decent day. Gets stuck in the middle, but that's all right. That's a decent day. All right, this thing's already got just itching to kind of get back in the game here a little bit. And it did right there. Makes a new high, all right, on that daily coming up there. All right, so Iridium there. And Roblox had a really good day. 10%. All right, are we going to get some carry through? Well, look at this. We're 47.08, 47.12, trying to come back up. I still don't think that Roblox is really going to get that umph until they get that 2-month. All right, and then we can start talking about $70 maybe. Okay, we'll see. It's the king of triangles out. We're sitting here right now just trying to triangle out from the gapper down. Okay, this is how long this has been. All right, so we'll see what happens there. Gonna have to get through 48.62 before we go anywhere else. Then we got to get up there and start to fill that gap. I think that will happen. I just think that it cannot be trusted, okay? It cannot be trusted. All right, so we'll see, though. Roblox, a little better day. And that communications group is pretty good. It did kind of fall apart on us at the end of the day here, so you can take a look at it. See, XLC kind of like puked it all out here at the end of the day, coming back down. All right, so we'll see what happens. I'm going to leave it at that. I already took too much. Energy, strong. Healthcare, it's going to take another swing at it. Energy, I'll say it again. XLI, very sketchy, but I think it's sketchy. All right, and XLK is 2-2 back up. Texa has been just trying to go back to reclaiming. We're taking back what they took away from us. All right. So when you see that move goes to the downside, and then we start to go back up, we're reclaiming. We're reclaiming. All right. Discretionaries are garbage. They're really not in good shape. retail is not in a good place right now. And XLU will see it's going to be hard to move that whole group. You got the Oklahomas, you got all that in there. So we'll keep an eye out, all right? So I'm going to leave it at that. You guys have a wonderful evening, and just go ahead and be good.